Welcome to my Bob Thurman podcast. I'm so grateful some good friends enabled me to present them to you. If you enjoy them and find them useful, please think of becoming a member of Tibet House US to help preserve Tibetan culture. Tibet House is the Dalai Lama's cultural center in America. All best wishes. Have a great day.
This is episode 256, Walking in the Medicine Buddha's Garden with Dr. Nida.
Türkçe düğedense çömdende sensen töbengendro duğuz göp duksun neyse sence Mandala benduriyay öyle çatalos. I have the root tantra here. You know, the Dharamsala root tantra of your wonderful Utah Yonten Gompo's collection. It's so wonderful. Something the dishes about that was of the sense, Menla, Menla, Benduria, Uchijawa, Chatalo, the Gini Boyala, Javasahon, Yuche, Chawa. It's so great.
Like a Utah statue at Menla.
Yes, that's right. Tikitaki Tabaduchina, Tansongi, Nemeji, Dongcher, Tanaduk-the Medicine Buddha, Nanare. Anyway, I sent a picture of the Tanaduk, the garden, to Justin, who I guess he's online there with us, I hope.
Justin's here. Yep.
And then, no, I don't want that picture, Justin. I want the picture of is that the one I sent? I sent the one of the garden.
You sent a 60-page PDF to me.
Oh my God, the whole thing?
The whole thing. Which one?
I want the first picture. First one. There. Yeah. I was hoping to discuss that with Gerla, have Gerla's wisdom about that today. And, okay.
So what is our program today?
Well, I'm hoping, Gerla, that we you lead us on a tour through the garden and then discuss whatever you feel, rises in your mind. Gangden, as the Chenka Robi Doje said, Gangden Tojungi Tsiksu Maos, Tambo Tenjungi Dening Womsa, Jishin Tembaru Tembe Lama Content Komedu Ningu Shushil, Gangden Tojungi Tsiksu Maos, said somebody. He was more or less an Amdo, he was kind of a partial Mongol, I think. Mongol Tibetan mixture, like what they call Mongor, and from near Amdo, I think. They have in the Zagyu, they have the Sanskrit name of the like as if they found it in India. So somehow, I guess because I memorized this at one time. And 22 years old, I memorized it. And therefore, I always had the impression that there was a Sanskrit work and that it had a big impact in India before coming to Tibet. And so the visionary experience of the Menla emanation of Yutok Yonten Gompo, his role in it, I was not as vividly aware of, or rather, I had the sense there was an Indian, Shakyamuni thing behind it. And it is, isn't it? Is it? Where is it stated? Is it a fact? I think it's in the sutra, not in the Zadyu, but in the Menla Gyu. Menla Do. That the first vision of the root tantra was, or of the medicine Buddha's Pure Land, was in the suburbs of Vaishali. That Shakyamuni was in the neighborhood of Yangbajen.
Mhm.
I think, in the Indian city of Yangbajan, in the same place where Vimalakirti
Uh-huh.
Jimetakwa lived there, in Vaishali. Vaishali was like a big Rome or New York or something, big city of that time.
How is Menla activities are going?
It's good.
I thought we'd talk like this way. We can say Medicine Buddha has 3 mandalas.
Okay. Oh,
And-
great. All right, Gela. I will ask you the question
Okay,
like
this
that, and then you tell us. We'll
Now-
just take a walk together.
now I think, yeah, before we walk into the garden,
I'm just offering a kadak,
thank you.
and Genla has. Let me just say, by way of introduction, it's kind of nice because we are now at the moment of the Roman New Year. So Genla, you're representing the Roman Empire. Genla is actually representing also the Medicine Buddha Empire. I just want to say, by way of introduction, in my mind, he is the current global representative to me of the Yutok Yanden Gompo the Younger, who collected all the teachings, medicine teachings from all over the world, and especially the Medicine Buddha medicine teaching from India and from his own visionary encounter with Medicine Buddha, although it is believed he also was the emanation of the Medicine Buddha. And Genla represents him, and he has patients and students in Russia, Siberia, Mongolia, China, Japan, Hong Kong, India, Europe, Middle East, America, South America, Mexico, etc. So he is actually the living embodiment to me of them, and to other people, I think, who are aware of this, of the Medicine Buddha on earth in a time when the human health is very endangered, as was predicted by Medicine Buddha, by people, prostituting healthcare to make money and doing chemical intervention in nature in a clumsy and stupid manner, and creating new kinds of diseases and so on, which is predicted in the Mengagigu in the personal instruction tantra of the Four Tantras. Mengagigu, I think it was the Mengagigu. And so we're so lucky, really, we are blessed to have Genla here. And welcome, Genla, and thank you for joining us on this New Year's Eve time, and sharing with us your vision and your knowledge and your healing representation of the Medicine Buddha and of Yutok Yanden Gompo the Younger, elder and younger. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Again, like Nida, his name, Nida, means sun and moon. Chenagtsang is his family, very famous family in Amdo in northeast Tibet. Okay, so over to you, Genla. I was wondering, basically today I'm hoping that with your guidance, we will visit the world of Medicine Buddha as we face the new year. And we will think of, therefore, this year as somehow being in the context of the healing garden and the healing wisdom and the healing aura mandala of the Medicine Buddha. So I now turn it over to you to lead us in that direction.
Thank you. So when we say, as you said, Medicine Buddha's realm or Medicine Buddha's Pure Land, and so in Sanskrit, normally we call it the mandala. So when we talk about Medicine Buddha's mandala, we can talk about 3 types of Medicine Buddha's mandala. Medicine Buddha was mentioned in sutric teachings, and Medicine Buddha is mentioned in tantric teachings, and also Medicine Buddha is mentioned in the medical traditions. So firstly, we see, if we see in the screen the mandala, the red mandala. So this is a typical Medicine Buddha Sutra mandala. So as you see in the center, there is a female image with 4 arms. That's the Yum Chemo, the Paramita. the great mother of the wisdom.
Right.
Yeah, Prajparamita. Of course, you will tell us more about the essence of the Buddhist philosophy. So she's in the center, and it's a very interesting. Some Medicine Buddha's Sutra Mandala. Normally, we see a text. So the text is representing the Buddha's wisdom or the knowledge. But that's the text of the Prajparamita. But here in this mandala, we see as a figure of Yumchimo, the great mother herself. And then there are 4 petals around her. So there are 8 medicine Buddhas. And 8 medicine Buddhas are 7 medicine Buddha brothers and plus Buddha Shakyamuni. So 8 of them.
Uh-huh.
Outside that 8 petals, there are 16 petals. So in the 16 petals,
Uh-huh.
there are 16 bodhisattvas.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the square, we have the protectors of 10 directions,
Mm-hmm.
and then 12 yakshas or 12 guardians. So 12 guardians are actually, each guardians are protecting each year. And according to astrology, Tibetan astrology, the one full cycle of the year is 12 years.
Right.
So this year, today we are the last day of the Western calendar, last day. This year is the rat year or the mouse year. And the next year will be the ox or the year of the cow.
Uh-huh.
From mouse starts, and then we will have 12 years. And these 12 yakshas are protectors of each year.
I see.
This mandala is representing about the spirit, representing the wisdom, and representing the wisdom of spirituality, and wisdom of medicine, and also wisdom of astrology, and also the 10 protectors of the 10 directions are representing the geomancy, our living space, the harmony with nature and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why this is amazing medicine Buddha mandala.
Mm-hmm.
And we call it Mendo. Mendo means Medicine Buddha Sutra. So it's very common. We see it normally when we do the Medicine Buddha puja and the rituals, we use this mandala.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the best text of Medicine Buddha, this Medicine Buddha Sutra, was written by the 5th Dalai Lama.
Mm-hmm.
So mandala means, what do you say? I translate mandala is as the dimension, but mandala Jilkor also means taking the essence,
Mm-hmm.
So this mandala is the symbol of the essence of our life.
Mm-hmm.
Our life as humans, our spiritual aspect, and our health, and astrology about time and space and living environment. It's a really like a complete system. So this is the sutra part. And then we have the tantric mandala. In the circle itself, we can find the 5 elements, the space element, wind element, fire element, water element, and earth element.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why normally the tantric mandala actually is representing the 5 elements, So the 5 elements are connected also, with our human body. So we believe in tantric system, everything is created by 5 elements, right?
Mm-hmm.
Outer universe is a creation of 5 elements, and all sentient beings who are living in this universe, we are also made of 5 elements.
Right.
How we are all connected, through the thread of the 5 elements. We have the same nature.
Mm-hmm.
Then when we say mandala, is like taking the essence, what is really like our essence. So our essence is mandala.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we don't recognize the nature of those 5 elements, the 5 elements are manifesting as the physical dimension, and also 5 elements are the base of 5 mental poisons, which are ignorance, attachment, anger, pride, and jealousy. And also 5 inner poisons, they give birth to many other mental afflictions. So that's why our essence is about 5 elements. But if we see the essence of the 5 elements, Then instead of seeing the 5 mental poisons, 5 types of wisdom. 5 types of wisdom. So normally the tantric mandala is 1 center and 4 directions, right? 4 directions, 1 center, so 5 of them. And then in our human body, so we can find in our 5 chakras, you know. So they are lined up, you know, in the head chakra, throat, the heart, and navel, and base chakra. But when we see mandala 1 center, 4 direction, the center is the heart, and then the navel goes to the right side, and then the throat goes to the left side, and then here we have the water, and then here we have the wind. So that's why in the center we have the space, and then here we have the earth, here we have water, here is the fire, and down is the wind. Representation of the mandala, the tantric mandala.
Okay.
So according to Medicine Buddha's tantric mandala, the main teachings are coming from Yuto Nyingtik. So Yuto is a heart teaching. So Yuto Nyingtik, we can call it Medicine Buddha's Anuttara Yoga Tantra. Chakra is Anuttara Yoga Tantra too. So therefore, in the Yuto Nyingtik, it gives the perfect systematic explanation about Medicine Buddha's mandala and how this Medicine Buddha's mandala we can discover in our human Vajra body. That's the tantric mandala. So we talked about Sutra mandala and tantric mandala, and so medicine mandala, the one we have here, the image, we call it Tanaduk. Tanaduk Trungcher means the city of the Tanaduk, or city of the Buddha. So in Tibetan tradition, we believe that in the east direction, there is the paradise of Medicine Buddha, Tanaduk. For Tibetan medicine doctors, you know, we believe that if we are good doctors, then when we will die after death, we will, you know, take a rebirth into the Medicine Buddha's Pure Land. So I'm joking. That's where we retire, you know. Yes. That's for the good doctors, good nurses, good medical professions, our next life. So
that's wonderful. And they have when they look inside to the center, they see the palace of Medicine Buddha, which the walls are transparent, actually, so they can see through. It's like a glass jewel wall. And then they look out, so they see all the wonderful plants and the beautiful things in the garden of nature, right?
Tibetan medicine, we have this Tanadu. Actually, when we, Tibetan medicine, we call it the Sowa Rigpa. Is the healing science, but the Sowa Rigpa as a science of health and happiness. And of course, the medical sciences are talking about health, but also Sowa Rigpa is very much focusing about happiness. So translating, Sowa Rigpa as a science of health and happiness. When we studied the Sowa Rigpa, actually we have a very famous textbook. It's called the Four Tantras. And when we study the first Tantra, it's called the Root Tantra. The first chapter is about this Tanaduk. It's very nice because, when we start to study Tibetan medicine, in the beginning, like we kind of enter in this mandala. Yeah. So we call Tanaduk Trungcher. Trungcher means the Medicine Buddha's, like the city, And then
who is inside? Then, of course, Medicine Buddha in the middle. Can you show the middle again, please, Justin?
Center, and then we go around. We go for a tour about the garden.
Yes. Can you tell us who are the disciples in the palace with the Buddha?
In the center, there is the Medicine Buddha, the Blue Beryl Medicine Buddha, the Benduriya Uchjapo, the king of the light of the Benduriya. So he's the most important, the Medicine Buddha. So there are 7 or 8 Medicine Buddhas, but the main one is blue one. Because he's representing the space element, because the healing is universal and pervasive. Nature of the sky is, we see as a blue, and it's a pervasive, and that's why Medicine Buddha is manifesting that blue color.
Mm-hmm.
Left hand is holding Buddha's bowl, and Buddha's bowl there is immortal nectars for healing.
Mm-hmm.
He's holding Arura, the merobalan plant, and that's called the magic plant, which heals all kind of diseases.
Yes, he's holding the plant in his right hand, right?
Yes. And later in the garden, we see where that plant is coming from. And then 4 angles in his palace. There are 4 angles. There are 4 groups.
Yes.
There are 4 groups. So you see in his right side, the angle there between the red and the green, there's a Ganesh. Do you see the Ganesh?
Yeah, Ganesha, yes.
Ganesh. There's Ganesh. There is Ramana, and there is Vishnu, and all these Indian goddess,
Right. There's Vishnu, Shiva, Brahma, and Ganesha.
That part is called the group of goddess, and then other side, the green and the blue part. So there is the Buddhist group. So in the Buddhist group, we can see, for example, the angle 1 is Choche Shunu. So Choche Shunu is the Buddha Shakyamuni's doctor.
Oh, Jivaka.
Yeah, exactly. He's the Jivaka. And then there's Chenrezi, Avalokiteshvara, and Manjushri. And there's a white one and blue one and a yellow one. So that's symbol, And then other Buddhist group. So in medicine,
right. So that's Manjushri, then down below the blue one.
Yes,
the white one is Avalokiteshvara, Vajrapani, and Manjushri.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 of them, and then we have Kungawo and Sangje Osung and so on. So
okay.
Buddha's, let's say from his ears level, the right side there is the goddess, and left side there is a Buddhist group. So we call it higher core, the group of God, Buddhist group,
Right.
And then down there, in Medicine Buddhas in the knee level, you see the right side of the knee level. Can you go up a little bit?
Yeah, that's good. Just leave it there.
Yeah. And there, he has this, what do you say? The core of the Shiva is like a Hindu goddess.
Okay.
Hindu goddess and Buddhist groups. And then here we have the devas, devas.
Okay.
So you see there is a Brahma there.
There's Brahma holding the conch shell. Yes, I see him on the right with the 4 golden faces holding a white conch shell. Yes, that's Brahma.
There. And then when you come down to the Brahma, there is a white image. So that's a female, that's the Amrita Dakini.
Okay. Oh, yes, at the bottom corner, yes.
Amrita Devi means she's the goddess of the nectar, goddess of the healing.
Right.
So Amrita Devi is very important in the Hindu Tantra, but also very important in the Tibetan medicine and in Tibetan.
Right.
And in the mystic story says she was the gardener of Tanaduk. She's building the palace for Medicine Buddha, and especially she's planting all medicinal plant in this plant.
Oh, great.
Then this other side, his left knee, Buddha's left knee, the white ones with long hair, those are the rishis. Rishis are like ancient wise people, wise men.
Yeah, Ayurveda sages, yes.
And or doctors, And there's Thanglambar, Napsochi, all this, they're very famous, like ancient rishis or medicinal, sages.
Yes. Vishwamitra and Dhananjaya, like many of them, yes. Wonderful rishis.
Buddha is the teacher. We call him the perfect master, the perfect master. Perfect is Medicine Buddha. The group of disciples, they are representing the perfect disciples.
I see, right. To reach everywhere, to help everyone. Yes, right.
It doesn't matter you are Buddhist or you are non-Buddhist or you are rich or you are poor, you know. So some saying the Deva group is representing the wealth and the rich, and Changsung, the Rishi group, is representing the poor people, you know. They are like academic people.
Right.
They don't care much about the wealth and enjoyment. They are very much focused about knowledge, studying, helping, and teaching, and so on.
Right.
So, well, yeah, it's very beautiful. The Buddha is called the perfect teacher. And
Yes.
the group of students, disciples, they are called the perfect disciples.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Beautiful.
what they are learning, studying there from Medicine Buddha. They are learning Sowa Rigpa, the signs of health and happiness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The disciples, they receive in a Buddhist way.
Uh-huh.
Disciples, they receive in the Hindu way. Deva group, you know, the God group, they receive as a God's way, and and they receive Rishi way. So it's very. It means Sowa Rigpa, like a spiritual people, can learn in a spiritual way too. But if you are not spiritual, very scientific way, you can study in also very scientific way too. You know.
Right. Right.
Why is not Sowa Rigpa? It had to be spiritual or non-spiritual. It's up to us how we learn. But he gave the teaching, you know, he gave the universal healing knowledge to all of us, and that even a different way. If I learn Sowa Rigpa, I understand in the Tibetan way, you know.
Yes.
And about Tibetan diet, Tibetan lifestyle,
Yes.
Tibetan herbs, and so on. So if you learn from Medicine Buddha directly, then you learn American style, you know. American lifestyle and American spiritual part, you know, whatever. American herbs which are growing in North America and so on. So that's the meaning. So that's why, you know, normally when we say Buddhist mandala, in the mandala there are only Buddhist figures, you know. The same way when you say Hindu mandala, Hindu deities mandala, they're usually mostly like a Hindu figure. Buddha is all coming. That's the beauty of the medicine. You know, medicine, it doesn't matter what is your spiritual background or your social or your gender, you are male or female, you know. Medicine is for everyone.
That's wonderful.
That's the story. The perfect teacher with the perfect disciples. And then they are in the perfect location. So the perfect location is called the Tanaduk.
Okay, you want to back away now in the picture, Justin, please?
Tanaduk is this botanic garden. So if
we the garden. Yeah, okay, that's good.
Okay, that's good. Now we start from the Medicine Buddha's left hand. That's the east direction.
Okay. Well, that's a question again. Like, why is it most mandalas the main deity is facing the east, but in Medicine Buddha mandala uniquely he's facing the south? Is there a special reason for that?
Yeah, here is more. I think Medicine Buddha is facing to this south is the solar energy.
I see.
Solar energy is on the back, you know. So I think that's the main reason. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Yeah, because sun is down in the south in the mandala. Yes, in the garden, right?
We enter from the Medicine Buddha's left hand. So this area is the eastern direction. Actually, eastern direction, it's known as the balance, the solar.
Leave the east, yeah. Yep.
Lunar energy.
Yes.
In the morning, sunrise, and then, you know, the light, you know, hits everywhere. So it's kind of like Earth is waking up or warming up. So eastern part. Can you show us the eastern part? Medicine, yes. Left hand. No,
down on and show the whole left side, please. Yeah, okay. The Buddha's left side, or right side. That's right. Okay, that's good. Yeah.
No, no, other side. Buddha's left. From Buddha's left.
Yeah, there. Oh, yes.
Yes. So, so that's it.
Don't go up. Don't go up like that. Just leave it there. Yeah. Mhm.
Eastern part is the balanced with solar and lunar energy.
Uh-huh.
Let's say in the night we have more lunar energy. It's more cooler. The air is cold and so on.
Uh-huh.
Morning when the sun rises, the temperature is rising, and then kind of the moon and solar energy is kind of balanced.
Mm-hmm.
As I mentioned already, according to Sowa Rigpa or Tibetan medicine, or also Tantra, we say we are creation of 4 elements, 5 elements. But then in 5 elements, there are 2 elements that are very important. One is the water element and one is the fire element.
Uh-huh.
So water and fire, like in the Chinese medicine, they call yin and the yang, solar.
Uh-huh. Right.
So also in the Sowa Rigpa, the solar and the lunar are representing the water element and the solar element. So in this case, in the East, actually, the solar and the lunar energy are more balanced.
Mm-hmm.
So the lunar energy goes down, solar is rising up, kind of balanced.
Uh-huh.
So we are receiving like kind of perfect balanced energy from the east direction.
Uh-huh.
There are many different trees, and those are the trees of Merobalan.
Uh-huh. Arura, yes.
One medicine Buddha has the right hand holding that tree with the plant, Arura.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, actually, I have Arura here, the Merobalan. Okay, I don't find it now. So Merobalan. And so Merobalan, there are 5 types of Merobalans,
Mm-hmm.
And then the Merobalans are the magic plant or the magic medicine.
Uh-huh.
They are receiving solar and lunar energy, both of them.
Uh-huh.
The fruit of the Merobalan has 6 different tastes, 8
Uh-huh.
and 17 different qualities, and
Uh-huh.
3 post-digestion power. So it
Uh-huh.
means they are kind of really like the perfect magic medicines.
Panacea medicine, yes.
Exactly, panacea medicine.
Panacea, in Italian.
Yeah. Panacea medicines are in the east direction. So that
Uh-huh.
garden of Arura, like Arura forest.
Right. Are they are divine. Those particular ones, are they the divine Arura? They're especially
5 types of Aruras.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's Arura Sendo, the golden Arura, Arura Chunyung, there are 5
Mm-hmm.
types of Aruras, and so that's why it's kind of painted at different trees,
Uh-huh.
represent different Aruras.
Uh-huh.
They're actually the east. And also, this is the reason, according to Tibetan geomancy, Sache,
Uh-huh.
when we study about land and earth,
Yes.
if your sun is coming from the east, we consider it something nice, because then very well balanced the energy come to your home.
I see.
Such a study, we call it the white tiger or gray tiger.
Right.
Takjapo means the white tiger is coming to your land or to your home from the east.
Oh, that's great. Yes, you said at Menla, when you came to Menla, you said that road comes in from the east. You said there was a white tiger there protecting Menla.
Exactly. That's
I
why
remember that. I see. Okay.
Yeah. So the reason is, now you see the tiger is representing the sunlight.
Uh-huh.
Sunlight is very gentle. It's very powerful like tiger, but it's very gentle, and it brings the force and balance and prosperity.
Uh-huh.
That's
Wonderful.
why all herb plants which grow in the eastern direction
Mm-hmm.
need that kind of force.
Mm-hmm.
Then the medicine Buddha is facing to the south. Medicine Buddha
Yes.
facing south.
Yes.
And you see in the south, there is a little red dot. Do you see it in the center?
Yes.
A little garden, and there's a red one. So that is the sun, representing the sun.
Yes, at the very bottom. It's right at the bottom of that little orange red thing. Just above the bottom green line. I see that. Yes, that's the sun. Mm-hmm.
So that's
Mm-hmm.
the south direction. We receive lots of sun.
Mm-hmm.
Then the plant which are growing in the south direction, they get absorb lots of solar energy. And when they receive a lot of solar energy, it means they have lots of fire element.
Uh-huh.
Fire element means then these plants are becoming, very hot, and they have warming nature. So, for example, something we commonly know is about ginger. For example, ginger is growing there, right? So when you make a ginger decoction or ginger tea, everybody knows ginger is for warmth. You eat ginger. Ginger is a kind of very hot spice, spice.
Right.
It gives you the heat, right? So why ginger is so hot? Because ginger can absorb, accumulate lots of solar energy.
Right.
That is a root. Then another one is like a chili, chili.
Yeah, sure. Feeling.
Yeah, hot and spicy. So that is a hot medicine too, hot natured. And then we have pepper, black pepper, long pepper, all spices are growing in the south direction because they have lots of solar energy.
Yeah. One thing I never noticed looking at this until this minute. Outside of each gate, like here in the south, it looks like a small pond with flowers in it. And each of the gates seems to have a little pond there with flowers in it. Don't move it so much. It's okay. It's a small pond. Is that a body of water?
Yes. That's about the water.
So those are lotuses in the water there. So there's a little pond outside in each direction.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
In Menla, you can design the Tanaduk there too, the garden, medicine.
Yes.
Medicine Buddha is
yes.
In some places, they try to make like a really 3D Tanaduk. Some places, I saw one in Bhutan.
Really?
For college. It's really nice, yeah.
Oh, great.
We have mandala, and then the plants are like painted, for directions.
I see.
Then, so one of the main plants here in the south is the pomegranate. Pomegranate. So pomegranate is known as the king of the warming medicine.
I see.
Actually, also in the modern scientific research says pomegranate is, antioxidant, and it's a very, very powerful plant. And actually, if you go to the more west direction at angle, there is the pomegranate painting there.
West is the other direction.
Direction.
In the corner, that's a pomegranate tree. I see it. Yes, right in the corner, right?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yes. No, don't go. Yeah.
Yeah, this you see the red fruits there. So
yes. That's a pomegranate tree. Oh, and yes.
So pomegranates are the king of the warming medicine. Ginger, when you drink ginger tea, it warms up. You feel the heat.
Yes.
You eat chili, it burns everywhere. It burns your mouth, in your esophagus, burns everywhere. So chili, it's a kind of aggressive warming. And then same way, also next to the pomegranate, there is the black pepper and long pepper.
Yes, I see them. Yes.
And pipiling. So those ones are also kind of little bit strong, kind of aggressive. But when you eat pomegranate, it's kind of sweet and sour, but you don't feel immediately it gives that kind of like heat, the fire. But if you eat the seed or if you drink the juice, or especially when the seeds are dried and then powdered and mixed with other medicines, and it generates a very special, very gentle and powerful our body. So we call it that helps us to helps us digesting better the food. So it's increasing the digestive heat. So it helps for our metabolic process,
Wonderful.
It's antioxidant, and it's a very, very, very powerful medicinal fruit, pomegranate. That's why we call it the king of the warming medicine.
Mm.
The medicine is called the Sendu 5. Sendu 5 means pomegranate 5. It's a formula. It
Mm-hmm.
means 10 ingredients is pomegranate, and then there are 4 different ingredients. Put
Mm-hmm.
together 5 of them. So that's why we call Sendu Ngapa. Pomegranate 5.
Sejungama. Very good for digestive problem. Yes.
Yes, exactly. And also, yeah, for rejuvenation, it's kind of increasing the immune system. It's a very, very good medicine. Okay, so
Mhm.
the south part, okay?
Yes.
The south, we have all the warming medicines. Actually, if you see down there in the south, you see some animals too,
Yes.
Deer and elephant and some
At
little...
the very bottom. Yes. At the very bottom. No, down below. Yeah.
So
Yeah. There's animals. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
the natural biodiversity, biodiversity,
Mm-hmm.
how it's important for the healing. It's how important to have the harmony, right?
Mm-hmm.
Buddha is in his palace with his disciples. He is giving teaching, and then surrounding his palace there is the city, Medicine Buddha's city. Around the city there is the nature, the botanic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the nature, there are many different kind of plants are growing together, and also the animals and birds are all living together. So that shows the natural biodiversity and the importance of biodiversity and the balance between humans to the nature and to the animals, wild animals, and so on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like in the east, sun is arising. So morning, sun is arising, and then we have the balance of solar and the lunar energy.
Mm-hmm.
The south, the solar energy is very strong, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then receive lots of sun, and the plant who receive lots of sun and they have warming nature.
Uh-huh.
The west is the direction of sunset, and again it's becoming more balanced. Again, becoming more balanced. We call it 6 good substances. 6 good substances. For example, like nutmeg. Nutmeg is good for heart. And
cinnamon.
Bamboo piece is good for the lungs. And then clove is good for the central channel or aorta. And then cardamom is good for the kidneys. Green cardamom. Black cardamom is good for the spleen. And then the saffron is good for liver. We call it 6 good substances. Plus, you see there are some minerals. You see the water. There's some people are doing the water bath. Water bath there, so that's the mineral bath. Like in Menla, you have spa, right? You have Deva Spa.
Yes.
You can do how do you call it? You can do sauna.
Yes.
So in medicine, we talk the herbal bath. Actually, herbal bath, we call it a 5 nectar herbal bath.
Oh, good.
We call it a 5 nectar herbal bath. You see the people are taking the herbal bath.
Yes. The sulfur bath is one of them, is it?
Yeah, bath is one of them. And then the water therapy, hydrotherapy.
Yes.
When we have the solar energy, we have the compress. When we have water, we have hydrotherapy. So, ancient time Tibetans are talking, we call it the sweating therapy. Sweating therapy means sauna therapy, like juniper, turmeric, rhododendron, artemisia, and so on. So then see there's the calcite. Also, this part is talking about the minerals, the rocks and minerals.
Yes.
So
right.
The garden, we are not talking only about the fruits and plants and, this. We are also talking about the minerals. In the east, the sun is arising, and the south, sun is becoming very strong. And then in the west, sun is becoming weaker and weaker, balanced. And then in the north, we don't have solar energy. Now we have more lunar energy. We have more lunar energy, then we have the cooling medicines. Cooling medicines, for example, agar wood, agaru, the eagle wood.
Yes.
Neem tree. So many people know neem tree. So they have cooling energy, cooling power. And those ones are growing on the north garden. So in the North Garden, the king of the medicine is camphora. We can find the camphor oil, essential oil, or balsams, to use for reducing the pain and inflammation and so on. Camphora is the king of the medicine, like anti-inflammatory medicine. As I said, the pomegranate is the warming medicine, the king of the warming medicine. But then, as I said, like neem tree, agarwood, and svertia, and so there are so many other plants. They have cold nature. That's about this Tanaduk garden. So the journey starts from the east, and then we go to the south, and then the west, and then the north, and we finish the circle, right?
Wonderful.
Mandala, we see the medicine Buddha, 8 medicine Buddhas, and so on. So it is very interesting, actually, to really think of this Tanadu. We can learn so many things with this image. One is the harmony between humans, animals, and the nature, right? Humans, we always believe that we are the owner of this planet and we can do however we want, We are humans, we are smart, we have technology, this and that. So the more we destroy the nature, and the nature will lose the balance, and then, we get sick and we get troubles. That's why to maintaining the balance between humans and the nature, it's very, very, very essential. And also, it's very important that humans, we build a perfect relationship with animals, wild animals, right?
Yes, absolutely.
That's why this natural biodiversity, between the plants and nature and wild animals, putting together, and humans living there. So that kind of harmony is very, very, very essential. It's very essential for our physical health. It's very essential for our energetic balance, and also it's very essential for our mental health. So I'm often saying, why so many people are unhappy today, right? We are living in a good condition. Most of the people, they have shelters, they have food, they have job, they have enough eat, and enough food to eat, enough things to drink, and this and that. But so many people are so kind of unhappy. My mom always says, in the past, the life was difficult, but people were happy. And she saying, today life, it seems very easy, but people are so unhappy. She always says, I don't understand them. So what I think is we are losing the connection to the nature. I believe the nature is nature is the one of the most powerful healer or the doctor. That's why when we study Tibetan medicine, actually we enter in this garden. This is our first introduction. You meet the perfect location, the Tanaduk garden. You meet the perfect teacher, medicine Buddha. You try to be a perfect disciple, and you learn the perfect subject. The perfect subject is Sowa Rigpa, the Tibetan medicine, and then the perfect time. Any time is a perfect time to start Sowa Rigpa.
The Bob Thurman podcast is brought to you in part through the generous support of the Tibet House US Menla membership community and listeners like you. To learn about the benefits of Tibet House membership, please visit the Tibet House website at tibethouse.us. Tashi Delek, and thanks for tuning in.